Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about 2 ways to heat your house with almost no cost. So, yeah, before we do that, if you're interested in my survival courses in Belgium, there's a link to my website, and there's also a link to my book called Bloody Crosses, is the detective story. So, if you're interested, I would say take a look. So, I've been experimenting with some ways to heat my rooms with the things that I already got. And first of all, the most simple one, I'm going to put this a little bit inside. The most simple one is this metal tube from an old, not an old, but it's from a stove. And it's just a metal pipe that has some Tealight candles inside of them. So it is now very, very hot, but the thing is, it's not hot enough to burn something. I've been putting this last night, all night, against this wood. I have put some flammable material on top of it to see if it's getting hot enough to ignite flammable material. It did not, and I even baked some potato bread on top of it, and yeah, it's working. So it has it's a little bit multifunctional, and I also tested it out in my room, and it gave a lot of heat with only 5 tea light candles. So yeah, it is just an improvised way to heat up your room. What I always do is, if I'm going to put the candles inside, I just push with a stick or with my arm if it's the right diameter. Every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to divide it equally all sides, so everything is a little bit hot. What you also need to do is never close this off, because air needs to flow in, so it will not get form some monoxide, not only monoxide, how do you say this, carbon dioxide, that it will not extinguish its own flames. And yeah, it's also safe for pets, so to say. So if you can put it against a wall or something, that it cannot roll away. Even if a pet tries to play with it, the moment it turns, it will fall. The tea light candle will fall over and extinguish itself. So it's also very safe. And like I said, you can also bake some bread on top of it, so it's hot enough. Of course, yeah, I had to do it all night to make it into the bread, and it's also a flatbread, as you can see. And like I said, it's very simple, easy, cheap to do, and it's because it's only 5 candles, tea light candles. It's also very cheap to do, because the places where I go, like thrift shops, tea light candles are very, very, very cheap. So I can buy them in bulk and heat up the room that way. Especially if you just got home, put it on, and by the time you're going to sleep, your room is reasonably warm, so to say. You will not, I would say, you depends on the size of the room, of course, but you will walk around. You will not walk around naked comfortably, I would say. But if you had some, even in a t-shirt, I was recently be comfortable, I would say. You can also, I'm going to test this out in the winter, use this to warm the cages of your animals. I'm going to use this with my guinea pigs to prevent them from freezing to death if it's another harsh winter. So that's something that I'm trying out. And the second one is this one. This is actually my Firebox. This is actually usually being used for hiking, where you can make a fire inside of it and put something on top of it to cook, like water or food. But here, I'm going to take this off. It's filled with 5 candles, and because you can fold it up, you can just store it during the summer. But it gives a lot of heat, and that's also the reason why I put this on top of it. This is one of those convectors that can turn when the bottom is heated, and because the heat rises from this place, because on the back it's a little bit closed off except for the air holes, it will rise up. this turns because of the heat around here, and it will spread the warmth a little bit more inside of the room. So this is not, Firebox is not cheap, but it's something that I already had. So because I already had it, and I have not been using it for hiking recently, I thought, why not using it to heat up my room with only 5 Tealight candles, and use this from my stove, my pellet stove, to spread it more around in my sleeping room. So yeah, that is just an idea to give you to, how do you say this, to warm up the room for the winter time, and it's a cheap way to do if you have tea light candles. So yeah, I would say if you have any other ideas, please let me know. Always eager to learn. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you next video. Cheers!